Good morning. We're gonna get started with our coffee and crafts today. I hope y'all will join me. It's been a while since I've been able to go live. It's a little bit more difficult when the kiddos are at home for the summer. So I thought that I would jump on here today and show you guys how to make really cute pillows out of placemats. It's really, really inexpensive to do. And it's something that you don't need any sewing skills or anything like that to do. It's a very, very easy and inexpensive DIY. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to get on here and show you guys how to do it. So grab you a cup of coffee and we're gonna craft together this morning. I've got my lovely sugar-free, I think it's sweet Italian cream or something in here this one, and it's so good. When you get on, if you'll hit like or drop me a comment below and let me know that you're here, that would be great. So that way I know that you're watching it. My phone's a little bit further away from me, so it's a little bit harder to see the screen. So if you'll do that for me, give me some hearts or some likes and let me know that you're here, and we'll get started this morning. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Good morning. Okay, so what I want to show you guys how to do today is to turn a regular placemat like this into a cute pillow like this. It's really, really easy to do, and I just wanted to show you. It's one of my DIY tricks from, gosh, I think the first time I ever did this was a few years ago, and recently I was at Hobby Lobby and they were having their 75% off sale. I don't know if you guys caught that sale. They had a lot of their home decor 75% off, and I got some steals. I got, you know, framed pictures and matted pictures for like $4 and $5 a piece. And these placemats were only $1.49 each. They were regularly $5.99, so I grabbed the last two that they had. And the reason why I decided to make them into pillows, I already have some of the black and white buffalo check, but they didn't have enough for me to use on my whole table. Hey, darling, watching with me back there. Anyway, they didn't have enough for my whole table. They only had two. So I thought, you know what, I can use this to make a pillow, because if you'll see, there's a separate fabric on the back. So that's the key thing. If you're gonna make a pillow out of a placemat, it's got to have two separate fabrics. So if you can grab your placemat and pull it apart like this and see clearly that there's two separate fabrics, then that's doable. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this tag off my $1.49 placemat from Hobby Lobby. And I'm also going to take this tag off here. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you for joining this morning. Okay, so what you're going to do is, if you have seam rippers, if you know what I'm talking about, you can use that to take the seam open at the very end. If not, I don't have any, so I just use a regular pair of fabric scissors. You can just take that seam open just big enough on the end so that you can get your hand in there, okay? And that's all you have to do. Target has really, really cute placemats, and they're the double-sided placemats with the two, when I say double-sided, I mean it's got a front fabric and a back fabric, and they're usually pretty inexpensive, and they're really cute. They would make really cute pillows. So Target would be a great place to look for those placemats to make into pillows. And also Hobby Lobby, Michael's, places like that, if they have those. Okay, so we've got our placemat. It's the double-sided, which two fabrics, so you can tell whenever you pull it apart that there's two fabrics. And then you're going to open up just big enough, if you're just joining, you're going to open up just big enough that you can reach your hand in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get polyfill. Polyfill is going to be your best bet to make a pillow like this and it not go completely flat. It's going to hold its shape and form a little bit better. A bag the size that you would need to do this project is going to be probably around $6.99 at Walmart, depending on the firmness that you get and all that. So this is a really, really inexpensive and easy project. So I'm going to take my polyfill, and it looks like that. I don't know if you've ever used it. It kind of comes apart in little pieces, but you're just going to start stuffing. And I would err on the side of overstuffing rather than understuffing, because you don't want your pillow to go flat later. And the first set of pillows that I've ever made out of placemats, I did not use polyfill. I used just the batting bad idea. I didn't know what I was doing. Gosh, that was years ago. And my pillows ended up looking about 2 inches wide a year later whenever they had been kind of used and abused for a little bit. But anyway, this polyfill tends to stay a little bit fluffier. And when you put your hand in there, make sure you get some of that polyfill down in these little corners, and you kind of push down that way as you go, because you don't want to have spots in your pillow that are, not fluffy. And I think this was some polyfill that I had left over from another project, so I didn't even have to buy polyfill. I only had to buy these 2 pillow placemats that were only $1.49 each. So for me, this is like a super, super cheap project, and I've got 2 new cute pillows. But you're just gonna feel as I'm doing this. Has anybody ever made these before? Has anybody ever done placemat pillows? Have y'all got any? Thank you, Andrea. I'm glad you're here. It is cool. I love finding ways to make my home cute, but to do it on a budget. If I can do it a little bit more inexpensively, then why not? And I don't mind doing a DIY here or there to make that happen. But anyway, if anybody has ever made these before, if y'all have any tips, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, you kind of have to get just a little handful at a time of making these pillows. And like I said, you want to err on the side of overstuffing rather than understuffing, because you don't want your pillow later on to go flat. But hey, if it only costs me $3 to make it, it's not like if anything happens later I'm out a lot of money either. I've really loved the black and white buffalo check. At Christmas time, I think the last 4 or 5 years, y'all, I've done the red and black buffalo check. And then last year, it seemed like the black and white just kind of blew up and everybody was wanting the black and white buffalo check. And so for fall, I was able to do there was some really cute fall decor that was the black and white buffalo check. I mean, gosh, they had it at, I think I saw some at Pier 1 and at, Hobby Lobby had some. They had little cute fall signs at, oh, y'all, I'm going blank. What's that other? It's really strong smell when you walk in the door. I'm going blank. What's the name of that store? Somebody help me out. It's a home decor store. Oh, y'all, I'm going completely blank. What is that? Kirkland's. Oh my gosh, I could not remember. Gosh, I'm having mommy brain today. Anyway, so Kirkland's had some really cute black and white buffalo check fall stuff, and then they had a lot of cute buffalo check black and white Christmas stuff. So when I decorated for fall, I was able to carry that black and white buffalo check on into my Christmas decor without it really, it didn't clash. I didn't have to change out, a ton of stuff, which I always decorate a lot for Christmas, y'all. Y'all know me. But anyway, so I still have gravitated toward this black and white buffalo check, and I've actually left some of my pillows and stuff out all year round instead of just fall and Christmas. So anyway, yes, thank you, Kirkland's, Tara. I was like, go ahead. Do y'all ever do that? Am I the only one that just gets flabbergasted sometimes and I can't grasp my words? I call it mommy brain, but my kids are 10 and 12 now, so I don't know. Maybe they permanently suck your brain cells out whenever you're pregnant and they never return. So anyway, like I said, I'm keeping stuff in and I'm pushing down as I go so that I've got it nice and fluff. And I'm not going to sit here and go through the whole thing. I can finish this up later just for time's sake, but I will show you and give you a tip about when you get this completely filled and it's good and fluffy and springy. I'm going to set this one aside and pull in my other one that's done. When you get it, you see it's nice and fluffed and you've got enough polyfill in it. If you are someone who sews, by all means, sew that sucker that little hole up real quick like, and you're good to go. If you do not sew, if you don't want to hand stitch it, or if you don't have a sewing machine, well, let me give you a couple little tips. I can sew a straight line, but I don't have a sewing machine, so on a normal basis, I do not sew things. There is a fabric glue. It's called Eileen's fabric glue. That would work for you, but you're gonna have to get it in place and let it sit and dry for a while, and just put it away and leave it till the next day and let it dry. Or if you want to make it super simple, you can just use a glue gun. That's one of my little tips. I actually used a glue gun to close this one up, and I've got to snip that little piece off there. And you cannot tell. There's no glue gun marks anywhere, and it was just easy to do that. So that is all there is to it. So like I said, if you find, you know, a double-sided, double fabric placemat, some placemats are woven and so they're not the double, but if you find the double, you can open that seam up and stuff it and make small little throw pillows. This is good for kids' bedrooms. This is good for outdoor pillows, especially when they're so inexpensive and you don't really have to worry about, you know, them getting a little bit weather worn or whatever. So that's my tip for y'all this morning, and I'm so glad that y'all have joined me. Like I said, this only cost me $3 for these 2 pillows. That's awesome. I mean, that's so awesome. And like I said, Target really has a lot of cute placemats, and you know, just wherever you find that kind of stuff. I haven't looked at Walmart to see what kind of placemats that they have, but they're getting to where they have a lot more. Their home decor is a lot. They've stepped up their game in that area. Used to, you know, I would think Walmart, home decor, but they've really stepped up their game. They've got the Pioneer Woman stuff. They've got the Better Homes and Garden stuff. And so that might be worth a shot, you know, just looking at Walmart, even if you don't have a Target close. Like our nearest Target's an hour away. And so sometimes we have to you know, find other things. So thank y'all so much. Yes, you're welcome, Tara. I'm glad y'all joined me this morning. And one more thing before I go, my website is still not up and ready, so that's why I haven't been blogging. I had everything migrated over to a new site. It will be cultivatecreate.net. I'll no longer be a .wordpress or .blogspot. It's .net, just cultivatecreate.net. I've got some other things and components that I have to add to the website before I can really do a true launch. So I'm going to try to make sure that I keep in touch with you guys here on social media and also on Instagram. It's Cultivate Create Blog on Instagram. And then once that goes live and it's done, then we will do it like, you know, for real launch. Maybe I'm hoping in August, because once the kids go back to school, I'll have more time to really work on it. I'm trying to run them here and there this summer and do things with them while they're out of school. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all for being patient. And you know, earlier in the spring, whenever I launched my imperfect relaunch of my blog, I knew that I wanted to get going with things, and that imperfect action was better than no action at all. And so I just went with it. And so now I'm finally getting that more perfected website. So thank y'all for being really patient with that process and being supportive anyway. And also, one last thing. If you guys are just joining and you missed the tutorial, this will be available for replay on the Facebook page. I'm going to reshare it, and if you don't see it when you scroll on the Cultivate Create Facebook page, if you'll go to the videos tab, it will be available there as soon as we're done. But I did make these placemat pillows for only $3 for 2 pillows. Because I found the placemats for only $1.49 each at Hobby Lobby, and I had the polyfill to stuff it with, and it was easy peasy. Anyway, so one last thing. This Thursday night, if you've been doing the 100-mile challenge with me this summer, whether you finished or not, actually, I have not finished the challenge yet. I think I'm on mile 70. I got 5 miles in last night. I'm going to try to do 5 miles, 3 to 5 miles for the next few days until I finish it. My family got sick, and I've also had a really hard time with the heat this summer. I have had some issues with like overheating and dehydration, and so I've had to pull back. And first and foremost, be safe whenever it comes to getting out and walking in this heat. If you guys are in the South, so yeah, I've had to make sure that I've started walking in my neighborhood more, and I've had to stop kind of in the middle, get some water and some Gatorade, and then finish my walk, because just the heat. I've had, you know, kind of dehydration problems and heat exhaustion. So anyway, no matter what mile you're on, or if you're just starting the 100-mile challenge, even though we're kind of closing that up on Thursday night, we're going to have a meetup at 7 p.m. at Chanel Lee Stadium, and we're just going to kind of have a time of encouragement and walk some together. And I'd love to meet up with you guys and talk and hang out. they are doing some construction at the stadium, and so we'll kind of have to play it by ear how well we're going to be able to walk. I have been able to walk up there with some of that construction going on. I know they're redoing some stuff, but I will let you know in the event page and on here if there's a reason that we need to move it. But as of right now, 7 p.m. Thursday night at Chinelli Stadium. So, okay, I'm going to get off here. This will be available for replay so you can see the tutorial on how to make this pillow out of a placemat. And we will see you guys later. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning.